If you want reference to this meditation practice, there's something like 850 recordings on YouTube and Facebook, that are just recordings of talks I've given after these meditation classes. They're also on my own website. There's something like 70 something essays I've written, under a title of Tantra. But it's not only Tantra, it goes very deeply into this meditation practice. A lot of resourceful material that people can, use in order to learn more about what I teach, what goes on here, what Rudy taught. And it's available. So I hope you all make use of it. Does anyone have a question they would like to?
Hi, Stuart. It's Leisha.
Hey, man,
Thank you.
welcome back, Lisa.
Thank you for having me back, and thank you for your email. I've got the right time now.
Yeah, I missed your questions, dear. Ask away.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be back. Um, I imagine you've been talking about this a lot, but without going into political details, obviously what's going on in the world is very difficult, and I'm just struggling with a lot of anger around injustice, and I know what to do, but it would help if you could speak on it again.
I'll try, I mean, it's a subject that I'm not an expert on, But look, there are people in this class that live in Israel that are really right at the heart of what is going on there. Well, mostly it's going on in Gaza, but it all involves Israelis and Palestinians. And I don't have an opinion about any of this. I really don't. I don't know who's right, who's wrong. I just have a lot of empathy for people that are caught up in circumstances, mostly innocent people that are caught up in circumstances, which probably is a projection of the ego and the need for power of people that run these places. I've always said that there's always going to be a war going on. As long as I can remember in my life, there's always been a war going on somewhere in the world. And I believe profoundly what it reflects is the war that goes on inside each and every human being. The conflict, the tension, the fear, the insecurity, the striking out at people, the rage that exists inside every single human being. And what you see manifested in the world is that life itself is a mirror of what exists inside a human being. So what I suggest is, in this kind of situation, I don't have any opinions. I won't have opinions about who's right or wrong, or I don't know who's right or wrong. All I know is it's crazy, And what I suggest is that it reflects the tension inside each and every one of us. We can use it as a reminder that we have to go deep enough inside ourselves to build an inner life that enables us to live with love, to live with compassion, to never inflict on other human beings any of our, feelings of rightness and what we think the way the world is supposed to be, but to build a system that truly allows life to be our teacher, that allows life to show us what is missing inside us that we have to grow and develop a connection, a deeper connection with God. And I think, to me, I don't know how else to use this because I don't have an answer to I don't know who, this whole thing in the Ukraine and now what's going on in the Middle East. I mean, it's the madness that exists in the minds of people that run these places. And, I can't get angry at them because it doesn't do any good, but I can say, okay, Stuart, your job is to build a deeper inner life that can enable you to truly transmit, Shakti energy that can help people also build a deeper system inside them so that they can connect with God. Connecting to spirit means that we have to have love in our hearts. We're not going to declare war on anybody else. We're not going to be righteous about what we believe. We're going to let life be and live in harmony with people because they also, in their own way, are our teachers. And I don't know another way to approach this. And I'm grateful that somewhere inside me, I understand and I'm willing to work on myself to help transmit Shakti, spirit, the energy of God, higher energy, compassion, love that can help people that attend these classes and that are in my life, to be able to build a system inside themselves that they too can live with their hearts open, with love, without rage, without anger at what goes on in this world. Because it's, Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden, and ever since that moment, the world has been crazy. I have, like, in one of my things, I said, we worked very hard enough to discover that the Messiah lives in every human being's heart. And I think there's a truth in that. Love is in every human being's heart. Can we determine how other people live? No. Can we determine how other people's sense of righteousness and right and what they think is right and the dogma that controls their life? No. But we can have compassion for them. We can love them. And we can recognize that both life, both death, both everything that goes on is teaching us what we need to do to grow spiritually. I think the other thing is easy. Judging people is very easy. Who's right, who's wrong, who falls into one's belief system, who is in one's religion, all this stuff. That's easy. Finding compassion and love, that is serious work to do in this lifetime. All the rest of it, all the negative crap is right on the surface. You don't have to go very deep to find it. It's just there endlessly. You have to go very deep inside yourself, myself, to be able to transform all of that stuff into an open heart. If you want to find the Messiah, open your heart. The Messiah lives inside your heart. And every person, every religion, whatever it is, everybody has a heart. But very few people do the kind of inner work that can open the heart and learn how to forgive and learn how to have compassion and feel that deeply inside themselves. Because we're all children of God, why do we go around beating each other up? It's so stupid, And why? Because the connection to God is not clear in most people. It's not profound. It's generally words and, and mostly on the surface. So again, I in all these situations, the Ukraine, I don't know who's right or wrong. I really don't. And I don't want to judge anybody. I just want to open and empathize with the struggles that people are going through. And if all the people in Gaza wanted to come to my class, I'd be willing to teach them everything I knew. I mean this. All the people in the Ukraine and Russia, I don't know how I would handle it. It would be a serious situation, but I'd be willing to teach them every single thing I know. Because mostly innocent people get slaughtered. That's really the truth. People who don't want any of this nonsense are the people that get hurt the most. I mean, that's how I see it. And I'm just grateful. I sit here and there's a class and there are people from 3 or 4 different continents in it, all over the world. I wish it would grow. People would bring more people so it can grow and maybe people can learn this kind of thing. I don't know. And I'm not the only one who teaches this. I can't be. It's just absurdity to think that I'm the only one who teaches this. We'll just get back to the blessing of being able to do deep spiritual work, deep inner work that can connect with God, spirit, that can build a system inside that is strong enough to forgive everybody instead of having rage and anger towards because people do things we don't like. I won't take sides. It's just a losing proposition anyway. And just have empathy for everybody. I mean, I don't have to go very far to find people at all. Probably the apartment right next door to where I live. You have people fighting all day. Who knows? You know, I sometimes drive through, some of the wealthier areas of Connecticut, and there are a lot of them. And you look at these houses, these big houses, and I say to Jennifer, do you really know what goes on in those houses? The people, the fighting, the arguing, it's everywhere on international levels and on local levels. It just goes on everywhere because people have no training. They don't know how to transform their tension into a spiritual life. So they dump it on other people, and everybody's fighting with each other. So, Rudy left an exercise, this double breath. I mean, to get the training. That's all this is about. I'm not here to run an ashram or to, I don't even want students, for God's sake. I just want people that are willing to take the teachings, use it to build a system inside themselves that is strong enough that they have their own independent connection to God, that forgiveness comes out of them, empathy comes out of them, compassion comes out of them, instead of anger and rage and unhappiness and all this other stuff. Welcome back, Lisa. Great question.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, if there are no more questions, then look, as I tell you all at the end of every class, everyone needs a teacher. You all are my teacher. I mean this. I come here to learn. I don't come here to teach. I come here to learn. Your questions, your presence, the energy of these classes. God bless Zoom. Whoever dreamed that this could happen on Zoom? So, it's all my teacher. And I tell you, the last 2.5 years have created enormous inner growth without having to travel everywhere to do it. I tell you, but still, I do miss hugging people. I miss having dinner with people. I miss that whole juiciness of, communion and people getting together. But it's what we have, and we have to make the best of it. That's it. So thank you, and God bless you all. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all. There'll be class on Sunday. And I'm looking forward to seeing you, everybody. Thank
Thank you very much, Stuart.
you.
Thank you, Stuart.